Comes on? Who comes on? Let me see.
I feel like I'm like, oh, I can't see.
Feel like you can't see, baby?
No, I feel like I'm all in the back.
At least 1 minute, the video is needed to start a highlight. Let me see. There is a way that only, but I haven't used it in so long that I don't know how to do that. Maybe it's down here. Tech products, pin to live stream. No, I don't want to pin. But we gonna see what comes up. We gonna see what comes up. This sun feels so good. I usually don't sit with the sun, but it just feels good. Like it feels like it's helping me. It's helping me. Oh, we got one in there. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Erica. What's up, baby? We got baby Nista in here with us today. My motivation back up. Because this morning, I was like, I'm going to do Motivation Monday. Then I started feeling like, oh, I'm not motivated. And she said, no, Mom. Come on, I'm going to do it with you. And I was like, wow, look at God. It's always a ram in the bush. And this sunlight, I hope it's not bothering you guys, but it feels really good on me. Hey, Adriana. Hi, baby. Oh, thank you guys for still being members. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. They say, hey, Mariah. Hey, baby Nista. We're going to see how many other people get on here, guys, because I have a lot of new subscribers since I started doing my cash stuffing. And they've watched some of my videos, but I wanted to do a Motivation Monday for everybody because it's the beginning of the week. And I believe is this the last week of January?
Is it?
I think it is. Is it?
Let me check. No, it's one more week.
It's one more week? Well, it's almost the end of January. And I've been moving in the right direction. I was stuck on like 3,700, 3,500. Hey, Leela. Hi, Mama. Hello. Hello. Thank you, Adriana. If you can put up my membership link, that would be great. Happy Trump Day. Yes, happy Trump Day to all the Trump voters. God bless each and every one of you. Happy Trump Day to you guys. Listen, it's cold. Y'all know Northerners need to come get your weather. It's drunk in my yard and won't leave. What is drunk in your yard? What? Hi, Amy, Pun Gaming. How are you, sweetie? How are you? How are you? We just waiting for some more people to come in. Wait, I gotta get the membership link. Be right back. Oh, thank you, Adriana. I be needing help, girl. I needs the help. There go, my girl. Let me pin it. Let me see if I could pin it. Oh, that's definitely not how you pin. Be patient with me, y'all. I'm getting it together.
20 people.
Hold on. Pin message. Here it is. Oh, we got 20 people in here. Hello to all my new subscribers. I'm sure some of my new subscribers are in here. And I noticed that a lot of budgeters and cash stuffers, some of them show their face and some of them don't. But I just wanted to introduce myself to all the new people. And I wanted to say hello to all my faithful Nista family. I wanted to say hello. So today, guys, and I see the numbers are fluctuating. That's what happens, but it's okay. So listen, today is Motivation Monday, and I haven't done this in a while because I wasn't motivated to go live, per se. I was more motivated to show you guys what I've been doing in this new year. And I've been happy with making the videos, showing you guys how I've been spending more time with my family, how I have been doing new things and trying out new things. Hey, Junie, thank you. Can you have her number? No, you can't have her number. Hey, Tiana. I think I said it right. Happy MLK Day to you as well. And they said, and baby Nista. So I just wanted to show you guys a part of my life that is fairly, would I say new, Mariah? Would I say new to me? What would you call it?
I would say it's new.
It's new. So I've been doing a lot more family oriented things. I love my family, but at one time I wasn't really hanging out with my, family that much. So I was doing a lot more things that were geared to like gambling and, just in my opinion, it was frivolous, but it was a season that was necessary for me to go through. So I wanted to get on here and motivate you guys about change. Okay? Change is hard, sometimes, especially if you've been in a position where you've been doing something for so long and you have your highs and lows in whatever it is that you've been doing. But it's time for a change. I want you to realize that change is possible. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to let it burn. If you want money, you're going to have to let it burn, and you're going to have to adjust. It's not going to be uncomfortable forever. I promise you, I'm a living example. It's not going to be uncomfortable forever. But if you just faint not in well-doing, the word of God says, never grow weary in well-doing, because in due season, you will reap a harvest if you faint not. Let me tell you something. I am a living example of that. A lot of things have transpired over 2024 into 2025. And when I say my mindset has changed about my finances, my mindset has changed about spending time with my family. My mindset has changed about where I make myself present and who I make myself present to. My mindset has changed when it comes to what I spend energy on and who I spend energy on. And I want you to know that, again, it's not easy, but it's necessary. And when I say it's necessary, I say it's necessary because we are all given the opportunity to live this life to the fullest. If you woke up this morning, you are given the opportunity to live this life to the fullest. Whatever the fullest may be to you, you may have set goals. You may have aspirations to do different things. You may have the desire to break generational curses. You may have the desire to go places that you've never been. You may have the desire to break off certain people that you know are not good for you. You may have the desire to break habits that you know are just bringing you closer to death. You may have a desire to get closer to God, but for whatever reason, people may have made you feel like you are so consumed by this world that God won't accept you. But let me let you know that the devil is a liar. He was a liar yesterday, today, and forevermore. The same tricks that he's played on you and your family for many years, he's been playing it since the beginning of the time. He's like an old record. He doesn't have any new material. He's been using the same material, just on different generations, over and over and over again. But you have the power to go against the grain. And when I say go against the grain, what I mean is this world, there's nothing good in it but the people that decide to do good. This world was created for us to live in abundance and to live in peace and to prosper. A lot of times we get consumed by hard times. We get consumed by negativity. We get consumed by toxicity. We get consumed by the things that we see online and that we hear from other people. And we get consumed by the negative thoughts that are in our minds that play over and over and over and over again. But when you get your mind in the right place, everything else will turn around for you. And when I say everything, I mean your finances, your relationships with people, places, and things. Your outlook on who you are and what your purpose is in this world. Things will change for the better if you do not grow weary in well-doing. Also, if you seek a power that's greater than you. I'm Christian and everybody knows that. And in my house, we serve the Lord. Everybody is different. I have friends. One of my best friends is Muslim. I have some friends that are Buddhist. I have some friends that are Jehovah's Witness. I have friends of all different religion backgrounds and denominations. But one thing we all show each other is respect. And with that respect comes reverence for who it is that they, pray to or believe in. And when they're around me, they know who I stand for, and I stand boldly for God because He saved me from myself and He saved me from so many things that should have killed me in this world. I want you to know that no matter how far into whatever you're in, you could come out of it. You don't have to go to sleep crying every night. You don't have to go to bed depressed. You don't have to go to bed feeling like you're not worth anything. You don't have to go to bed regretting the things that you may have done in the past and thinking like you can't get past it because you're just doomed. You don't have to go to bed worried about karma. You don't have to, think that your situation will never change because they do. I'm a living testament to that. I have been in situations that I thought I could never get out of. But I trusted God and I called on Him and I reached out to Him in the late morning hour, in the early morning hour. And He heard my cry. He heard my cry. Also, just like today, I said, you know what? I don't really want to go live. And my daughter said, no, I'm going to go live with you. She said, because I have something to say to the people too. So, daughter, what do you have to say to the people too?
I didn't really have anything to say, but I just wanted you to go.
Did you trick me?
Yeah.
Now, that's not good.
I felt like it was important for you to do it. I feel like this is your outlet, and if you could touch somebody with your words or encouragement, you never know who you would touch today. Mm-hmm. So if you would have missed out on that opportunity, you don't know who you would have possibly affected. So I didn't have much to say. Oh, yeah. Girl, funny. I didn't have anything to say, but yeah.
So so let me ask you a question. How do you feel? Thank you, Adriana. How do you feel, do you see the changes that have occurred in my life or with me? Like, how do you feel about them?
I mean, most of the time I'm in my own little world, but I feel like they're healthy changes because, you've always been a person to hold yourself accountable, and accountability is super important. And I think when you hold yourself accountable and you're willing to be vulnerable, especially on like an open platform like this, it takes a lot of like courage to say like, I'm not in the best space in life, but I'm willing to show the ups and the downs, and I'm willing to right my wrongs. So I feel like you've always been a person like that though. Like you've always just strived to do your best, even when you like, don't feel like your best at the time. So I don't know. For me, it's like, yeah, there are positive changes, but you've always been a positive person. You've always you always strive to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that like this is just a new journey that you're taking, and it's just a new journey you're taking. It's a part of your evolution. So.
Hello, Kawai. How are you? I may have said it wrong. I apologize.
Sun in my face.
So I'm loving the sun. It feels so good. It's the vitamin D that I need, especially with this perimenopause stuff that I'm going through. I
hope y'all can hear me. I talk really low, so
I think they can hear you. Somebody said right, so they can hear you.
I'm not good with this stuff, so.
No, you are doing great.
My anxiety is at a 10.
No, it's no reason to be. It's no reason to be. Because God laid it on your heart to push me. And you see, they say, yep, we can. Something I noticed though about my daughter and me and my daughter, we hold each other accountable when it comes to going to church. It's so funny. Some days are good, some days are bad, and we have a hard time with getting up and going. But it's funny because we are connected in a way at the age that she is now. She's 24 years old, and we hold ourselves accountable. And she'll send me a text and say, Adriana said, it's just us, Mariah. We got you.
Still, guys, like she knows I'm very talkative in real life, but like when it was like cameras come on, I start getting all nervous.
No, there's no reason to get nervous.
But,
They're people just like us.
oh,
You know, they're people and they're down to earth. They really are.
I'm very private.
Very private. But we hold each other accountable. Like she'll say, Mom, you're going to church tomorrow, right? Because it's been a week. We gotta go, you know. And we press our way. And every time we get there, the pastor always has a message that is confirming or affirming whatever it is that we're going through or we're trying to figure out as individuals or as a family. He always hits the nail on the head. And I'm so thankful that my daughter is the adult now that she grew up to be, you know. I love her. That's like, she's my right hand man. My daughter, she really is. She's my right hand man. I could talk to her about anything, even though, you know, sometimes we get on each other's nerve. But at the end of the day, we bring it back around.
You have to say nerve like
nerve. Okay. Just think of it as FaceTime and your YouTube family. Oh, Erica. Thank you, Erica.
See, when I'm on FaceTime, this is how I FaceTime like this. Like half my eyes.
You do?
Yeah.
You FaceTime all close up on the phone.
Yeah, like an old lady.
But I noticed something well, maybe you can elaborate on this, Mariah. When we started going to this church and I finally joined. I joined after my daughter. I had my reasons for joining after her. And the reason why I joined after her, and one day I did not go on purpose because I didn't want to interfere with her judgment on joining the church or viewing the church in a different way because of my experience with church. I did not want that to interfere with her judgment. So she joined the day I didn't go, and I was so thankful because I feel like at the age where she is, she has to come to the Lord the way that she needs to come to him. Okay, because I did my part. I introduced her, I planted the seed, but now it's her walk, you know. But as she sat with me in church, she made me feel so good. And I think I told her this before, but no, I think you've told me this, what I'm about to say. You were kind of like, Ma, I didn't know you knew the word like that. And that always stuck in my head because I didn't know she didn't. I didn't know that she didn't know. Like, I always taught them to pray, and I made sure that they went to Bible school, and I tried to set as best examples as I could, you know, with the cards that I was dealt. But can you, like, elaborate on that for me, Raya? Like, what?
Like with that sentence?
Yeah, with what you said. Like, where did that come from?
So we were, like, in church, and a lot of times when you're in church, if you go to a church where the pastor preaches from the Bible, because it's a lot of different types of churches that like kind of give you like sugary messages or just like they tell you what you want to hear, and it's a lot of sayings. Like, for example, I don't know if you ever heard the saying like, he'll never put more on you than you can bear. Technically that's not in the Bible, but like certain things like that, like you'll hear sayings and not necessarily like scripture.
It's isms.
Yeah, it's isms. It's like when people say never give up, or they're more quotes than they are scriptures, right? But this pastor specifically, he preaches from the Bible. Like anything he says, he's able to back it up with a verse, or he's able to just be able to pull up the verse. Like he's real quick with it. Like he'll be like, jump from here to here, and if I'm saying something, this is where I got it from, type of thing. And a lot of times when we were in church, she would almost like be finishing his thoughts in sentences, and I picked up on it because I'm like, how does she know what he's about to say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how does she know he's about to finish with that? Like, I can't think of one right now, but it's a whole bunch of them. But like, she was just able to finish a lot of what he was saying. So I had asked her, I'm like, you know, like, how are you like picking up what he's saying? She's like, because he's speaking from the Bible. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, because you're used to the isms. So I'm thinking maybe she knows the isms, but no, he was really speaking from the Bible. And then it's like, as I started doing my own research and my own theology and my own study, like, I was able to like actually back up what both of them were saying. And then it dawned on me like, oh snap, my mom really knows the Bible. Like, because I think if you guys know her, and like she's she's like not like a book person. She's not a book person, and she makes up a lot of words.
I do. I will make
She
up
makes
my
up
own
a
words
lot
in a
of
heartbeat.
words. Like even just now, she was like toxicity. And I'm
Toxicity,
like,
and it's
yeah,
toxicity.
toxicity.
But I'm gonna say toxicity.
But she makes up a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Her own isms and her own schisms. But one thing she doesn't do is like she doesn't play with like the word. If it's in there, she's gonna know it, and if she doesn't know it, she's not gonna quote it. So I started realizing that she knew more than I thought she did, and that's why I said that to her.
Wow. Thank you, daughter.
You're welcome.
So, with that being said, I just want you, I came on here today, just to shed light. I know a lot of us are dealing with depression. We're dealing with low self-esteem. At one time, I'm going to give y'all like just small examples. I used to never wear my hair out. You know why? I felt like my hair was too thin because I was used to it being so thick when I was younger. I used to feel like, I'm just getting bald headed, and I was always wearing pieces, this, that, and the third. And since God has really started working on me, I've been wearing my hair out, y'all. And it feels so good to run a comb up against my scalp. I don't know what to do. But because I'm in a different headspace, I can appreciate it. Thank you for pushing your mom to get here because I truly, I'm going to thank you, Erica. I'm in a totally different headspace where I value myself. I draw the line in the sand with a lot of things. Even when it comes to work now, I don't take it personal. If certain things I don't know, I don't take, hey, Sunshine NYC, thank you. I don't take it personal, when the attacks of the enemy come through different people. Because I know that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down a stronghold. You know what I mean? I know that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against spirits and principalities and high places. Like certain things, I just return those words back to God because they encourage me. And he said that that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to return the word back to him. And we're supposed to work out our own soul salvation. Not worry about people's per se, but just set an example and be that light for people. So if you're going through depression, let me tell you something. This too shall pass. If you're going through self-doubt, I want you to know that this too shall pass. If you're going through a bad relationship, you have the power to make moves and transition so that you'll be okay. This too shall pass. If you're having a hard time paying your bills, come on, somebody. This too shall pass. I'm going to say it again. If you're having a hard time paying your bills, put God in it. Manna comes from heaven. That's the word. Manna comes from heaven. It doesn't come from man. Increase comes from God. Okay? Read the prayer of Jabez. Enlarge my territory. That was the prayer, the enlarged territory. Increase comes from above. If you feel like you don't need what's necessary for you to make all your bills and to have a little bit left for yourself, ask God to put his hands on it. If you feel like your health is just out of control and you don't have no real answers, ask God to put his hands on it. If you feel like you're inadequate because your body might not be shaped by those people that you look at online, put your hand and ask God to put his hand on it. Sometimes you got to put your hand on your stomach and say, Lord, I thank you for this belly and this fupa. Lord, I thank you for this fat face. Lord, I thank you for the flapping arms. Lord, I thank you for all of it because it's still operational. Listen, if you are going through anything in a relationship that's abusive, ask God to put his hands on it. If something is not for you and you know it in your soul and in your spirit, do not hold on to it for the fear of hurt, separation anxiety, or pain. Ask God to move it out the way so you can get to where it is that you need to be. This too shall pass. If you feel like you are being used and abused, it is your responsibility to set the standard on how you expect to be treated. People only do to you what you allow them to do. Remember that. Don't get upset with that man or that woman because they curse at you or they demean you or they say things that are abusive. You allow it. This too shall pass. You're going to get fed up. You're going to get tired. You're going to get sick of the job treating you like a secondhand citizen. You'll realize that you had to up the ante that you have to acquire different skills in order to move in a direction where you feel respected, you feel like you're receiving an adequate pay. You got to put in that work. You can't expect nobody else to put in the work for you. You are your own responsibility. You are your own responsibility. You are responsible for your health. You are responsible for your finances. You are responsible for your living situation. You are responsible for yourself. Do not get mad when other people do not live up to your expectations of them, because you haven't even set a solid expectation for yourself. Have you set a solid expectation for yourself before you put those on other people? No. Put yourself in a position where you can operate solo. And then God will make sure people, places, and things will fall where they need to for you to have a backup that's necessary. But realize that you must go to Him first. You will not be successful in anything if you do not seek something that's higher than you. You will not be successful. If you don't find some way to stay away from negative talk, negative people, and negative situations, nothing's going to change in your life. You have to be okay with change, and you have to be okay with the discomfort that comes with it. Stop asking God to move things out the way and ask God for the strength to go through them and come out on the other side. Because if you don't go through them, then you're going to continue to face them. When I say you go through, it's behind you once you go through it. But if you don't go through it, you're going to continue to face it. Who wants to continue to live like they're living in Groundhog's Day? I don't want to keep reliving the same thing over and over and over again. This life is too short for that nonsense. I don't got time for that. Be bold in the stance that you take for yourself, and be bold in what you believe in. Stop worrying about if people will agree with you. Stop worrying about the people that'll disagree. Stop worrying about the people that will throw ish on your name. Stop worrying about that and be confident in who you are. Be bold about it. Walk in that. Talk in it and live in it. Sometimes even your family won't even understand why you're doing the things that you do. But you got to do it for yourself, because when your eyes close and it's time for them to plan your funeral and write your obituary out, and everybody get together and have a service, and then they take your casket to the cemetery and they lower you in the ground, and everybody put the flowers on the casket, and then the pallbearers and the cemetery people throw the dirt on, and then all the cars go and they drive off to the repast, and everybody eat and share memories, and then they go home, and then they go back to their daily lives. And you have just been buried with a whole bunch of goals that did not come to pass because you chose to follow behind what other people thought about you. You're going to be buried with all those woulda, coulda, shouldas. When God gave you life just like He gave everybody else, but you didn't know how to say no because you held people's titles that you made up in your life of more priority than the title you have for yourself. I've learned to tell my mother no. I've learned to tell my kids no. I've learned to tell family members and friends no. I even learned to tell my employer no with certain things. Listen, no is necessary in order for you to live a fruitful life. You got to learn how to say no. Okay? And then I learned how to say no to me. Come on, somebody. I learned how to say no to me. I learned how to discipline myself and stick to the plan. I used to always talk about sticking to the plan. You have to discipline yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to be okay with correction. You have to be okay with direction. Like I'm saying, I say it again. I respect everybody's faith, background, and what they believe in. But is it working for you? Is the question. Or are you still going in that same circle? Are you still in that rat race? Do you need to change it up, and do you need to reevaluate your game plan? That's what you need to be thinking about. I'm going to continue to make my videos. Again, I want to thank all my new subscribers, because me changing my outlook on money has changed my outlook on a lot of things. I am saving now for my future. I realize what God is doing for me is greater than me. And I don't know what the end result's going to be, but I'm okay with walking into whatever it is he has for me without me really knowing. Because that's what faith is. That's what it really is. I don't need to know the end result. I just need to stick to the plan. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to cash stuff my money because it makes me happy. Some people say, well, you're just going to go back and forth to the bank. Don't you know that visually some things will just change your perspective if you had the opportunity to put your eyes on it? Money has more value when you're counting it in your hand. Do you remember back in the day our grandparents would put money under the mattress, or they put money in a can and bury it in the backyard? It had more value. Now we're just swiping cards frivolously. I don't even consider that money existing once I start cash stuffing it. When I set my budget, I don't consider anything outside of it. And when I make a plan to do something, I'm not deviating from it. Does the feeling come up of deviation? Absolutely. But I tell myself no. I tell myself no. So today, if you didn't get anything else out of this message, find discipline, find courage, set up a plan, and reach for something greater than yourself so you can grab onto some strength that's beyond this world. Because this world is not strong enough for the demons and the battles that we face. And if you think you're going to grab onto other people's strength, or look into astrology, or believe in crystals and energy, let me tell you something. You're going to be sadly mistaken, because nothing down here is greater than who's up there. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you again to all my new subscribers. Thank you for all my Nista family that has been sticking with me through thick and thin and watching me change over the years and watching my journey. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, baby Nista, for backing me up today. Thank you for encouraging me and pushing me forward. I love you. I pray that you will be prosperous in whatever you do, and I pray that you will continue to set yourself as a priority in your life before you set other people. And that's why I always take accountability for myself, because I don't want to be a burden on my children. I am my own responsibility. Whatever you guys decide to do for me as I get older, you don't have to. It will be a choice, because I'm taking care of me. Okay? I love you guys. You're very welcome. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Keep watching. Turn on those notification bells, okay?
Bye.
And if you're not a member, think about becoming a member, because I'm taking all of that money that I make and I'm cash stuffing it. My mileage checks, I'm cash stuffing. And I budgeted out a certain amount of money that I make through hustling and working to put it to the side. Listen, in the Word of God, it says you got to go and you got to fill up the storehouse. You got to start putting stuff in the storehouse. So when it's harvest time, you got everything you need. Start storing up. Not just canned goods and paper towels and toilet paper and all. You got to store up everything that's necessary, because you don't know what storms are going to come. And God will supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.